Alright, if there ever was an episode where I had sweat behind the knees that we could be losing the honour run, I think it might be this one. There was a moment in that grim fight, or prior to the grim fight, that I thought things could go poorly. During the fight also, actually, there was that moment where the magma methods came up to us. Well, one of them came up to us, and I really thought, oh no, they're all going to just go straight for me, because I didn't think they would attack Grim. And in that moment I was really panicking. I might not have shown it too much, I might have concealed it well, but maybe I didn't. But I really thought in that moment that we could be looking at game over, so I'm glad to have made it past that. We are going to head in to the Creche. I think I'll leave Shadowheart out just now.
Never a dull moment.
I'll just take Bunda in to explore. Get an itchy nose. Means we're going to be in a fight. I'm fully anticipating that. Okay, just eavesdropping a wee bit, listening into what they're talking about.
Sentries to arms! Istik, state your purpose quickly.
I have the weapon Voss was looking for, that your Creche wanted found.
What are you doing?
You've talked to one of our Queen's Silver Knights and hold the lost weapon. Prove it, Istik.
I'll prove it to the boss. Yeah. That one, performance. I speak as an avatar of Queen Vlaakith. Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the... I was told to bring the weapon to the highest authority possible. And that doesn't look like you here on guard duty. So ladder guidance. We get a possible 3 to 6 and we need 18. I hadn't even noticed. Oh no. This could end badly. Oh, we need the maximum. Ah. Roll it up. Roll it again. Don't want to be failing anything here. Oh, jeez. Come on. Ah, roll it again. Right, come on. Come on. There we go.
If you are lying, it'll be a painful death. The Inquisitor is deeper in the Creche. Report to the captain. She will take you to the Inquisitor.
Thank you. Right, so we now have freedom of movement in this area. First objective is to get the gloves of
I
dexterity.
heard they're making us join the patrol soon.
Because I believe the gloves of dexterity boost you to 21 or 23 dexterity. We're at 18 currently, so that'll be a good boost to us. Currently we're using the spell sparklers, so it's lightning charges. Helps us do a wee bit extra damage, but the gloves of dexterity will help us a lot more in other ways. We've got that waypoint now for Creche. We can come back here as and when we please, but I don't imagine this is going to be an area that we will be frequenting later. And it's this lady here, Ajak the quartermistress.
Ugh, blood, rust, scar. Is there no odious substance not smeared on this delivery? I'd heard this plane was disgusting, but I didn't think it would be like this.
Well, you say blood though, like, what? Githyanki meant to love blood. Care to trade? I guarantee all my stuff's spotless.
Fine, but your paraphernalia had better be pristine.
Yeah, I'm not looking to give you anything, I'm just going to give you gold for the gloves. Yeah, there they are there. Eesh! Let's put barter on and see how much you're actually going to charge me for these. 2,400. Ah. Am I being an idiot? Set the wearer's dexterity score to 18. And then a +1 on attack. +1 on attack's nice, but that's only going to put me up an extra level. Oh, maybe I've been an idiot here. I don't know why I thought it was like 21 or 23. Okay, maybe I don't need those then. Did I put them down as something that I wanted to get as well? You get Gloves of Belligerent Sky on Shadowheart. No, it was the Helldust gloves, that's right. I was going to go with the Helldust gloves, wasn't I? For... Yeah, like they were the ones that were going to be best for the build, but... Yeah. What gloves does Shadowheart currently
On
have?
your way then.
Oh, it's going to take me all the way out. Come on. I could have checked another way actually, but I wish there was some inventory management choice you could do there that you didn't need to select the person. Oh, so it's when you heal the person and then they gain resistance. Yep. Yeah, so... but she's already got high dexterity. We could respec, but she can't really get her wisdom any higher. Oh well, I guess we are just here for the Blood of Lathander. I knew that the Gloves of Dexterity was never going to be like endgame type weaponry. Yeah, Blood of Lathander then's probably my main objective in this Creche. 21 for the strength. I've already got the plus. Oh yeah, actually, sorry, my dexterity's 18. I wouldn't actually be getting anything extra with these gloves for Bunda. Unless I dumped my dexterity stats. I'd still have the +1 from the hags here, which at that point would just be wasted. No, right. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. Is there anything else then that she could sell us?
Haven't had enough yet?
Let's trade. See, there's some arrows that could be very useful. Oh, yes, that one. Arrow of many targets. Right. Let me put it on barter again. So, just to show you what these do. 9 to 17 damage. That's my +2 with the acid damage as well. And I don't know where the radiant is. I think that might be with the crossbow I've got that does that. So, deal an additional half damage to 3 other targets in range. This arrow is more flexible than most. It can bend nearly in half without snapping. Snapping? Snapping. Very useful for crowd control if you're ever in a fight with a lot of enemies. So I'd always recommend something like that if you're going to be firing shots at someone. The Unseen Menace. This weapon is invisible while equipped. It loses this property for 2 rounds on a missed attack roll. What use would that have? An invisible weapon? Would it always land? Is that... Maybe? Right, yeah, no, everything's got this 1d6 for the Morning Lord's Radiance. So I must have some buff right now to do with the Morning Lord. I need to have a look into that as well and see what's going on. There's a lot of things that's happening in this playthrough currently that I'm not used to, that's not happened before. I've never used this arrow either. So the teleport wherever you fire this arrow. And I think I've already got one, but I'll buy another. Just because I think that could be critical in some fights. That could really... Because I don't think it's counted as a spell, so someone couldn't counter spell you. Like say with Misty Step, they can counter spell. I don't think you can do that with that kind of weapon. Yeah. Right, what were these? So Vital Conduit. When the wearer casts a spell that requires concentration, they gain 8 temporary hit points. Yeah, if I can maybe get that for Shadowheart. I don't know if she's got good boots right now, but that would be useful. Because she does cast a lot of concentration spells. Get her some extra health. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah. And then just some camp supplies and stuff. What is this here, that bundle? Huh. It's an eye. A boiled eye. Okay. Right, let's see. Do we have any miscellaneous nonsense that we can put up to against the cost here? Not much. No, not much at all. I need to get a camp supply pack as well so I can get all of my food together. Yeah. Shadowheart, do you have anything? Hero, that wee thing. Yeah. I should start going through my equipment just to see what stuff I don't actually need so that I can cash in a bit on it. What do I need? Oh, that's an easy one. 1100. There we go.
Remember, clean items only.
Gave her like rope and stuff like that. Like, it would be interesting if there were certain traders that refused certain items if you tried to offer it to them. I think that would be quite a cool addition to the game. So, I think next we will go and try and steal the egg. Now, you've got this painting here, and I only found this out on the last honor run that I've done. You can actually graffiti on this portrait of Lakith. You can like put a wee mustache and some horns and stuff like that on the portrait. I'm not going to do that, right? It's not Bunda's way. I know we don't like the Githyanki in this playthrough, but it's not Bunda's way. So here we are in the hatchery. So we'll walk over and we'll start a dialogue.
Is Sticker permitted to view the birthing pools now? These are strange times. Step carefully while here. Our hatchery is protected by lethal safeguards. I do not wish to pick your remains from them.
I could point out the traps. I'd definitely avoid them then.
Amusing.
Oh, you could point out, sorry.
You may
oh,
speak to the
never mind.
Varsh if you wish, but stay away from the egg. There will be no second warning.
Understood. So, it doesn't appear as though their vision goes as far as that egg. Could we just stealth round to it? I know that the traps are up here in this area. Haven't done this before. I don't remember if there are traps over this way, but you can see the kind of noxious clouds. But he has permitted that I can speak with the, I don't know, this kind of priest of sort that's taking care of the egg. I have brought one of the least perceptive people along the way for this, so that's not going to be fun.
Step carefully.
I'm just going to stay right in at this side here. Saved. Nice. That's our dexterity bonus. Okay, so there are moments where the egg isn't covered. Unless... No, do you know? It's probably just because I wasn't close enough before. I was probably out of the range of what I could see that he could see. I wonder if I could just speak to him.
Do not approach the egg.
Oh, yep,
It is strictly forbidden.
got you. I'm sure when you bring Lae'zel down here, she makes a comment that it seems quite strange that there's only one egg. There should usually be more.
This hatchery is a place of solemn duty and care. No one approaches an egg without my permission. Still, I suppose a guest in our creche can be allowed some understanding. What brings you to my hatchery?
Let's not be honest. I heard that you're waiting for one last egg to hatch.
Most caretakers would not give the child its fair chance, but I shall. There could be greatness in that shell. Now leave.
Failed insight.
Brothers and sisters.
Yeah, so Bunda could never take this fight on solo. This guy being the strongest of the three, but even the other two, they are still obviously fearsome in their own respect. Oh, we can make... No, we can't. We need to be way down there to make that jump. Okay. Plan. Are there any environmental advantages that I can take advantage of?
That already.
I don't think so. I think every time that I've done this, I have just led it straight into combat.
It's a trap. Trap.
Ooh. Ah! Oh no!
Your future ends now.
With a flick of the wrist.
I guess we're in combat. I guess we're doing this. Right. So that's my main action done, but I can get all the way up to this guy.
Don't waste the step.
Just run through some burning acid, as we do. Push him into it. Oh, he was ready to parry it. Okay. Used an elixir of acid resistance. Fair enough. Christ. Yeah, so that is how quick my entire run can end if I don't do things right in this place. The Githyanki are just special fighters. Even the videos that I was watching relating to the final fight that you have with the Githyanki, none of them were about exploiting the Githyanki fight style. They were all just I don't want to necessarily say exploits, but just ways in which that you can gain the upper hand at the start of the fight.
Dost thou require a new pen? This is the price.
Like, for example, there was one that I watched, and the person starts with setting up a sleep sigil and then going into turn-based mode, so that the main guy in the centre of the fight was surrounded in the sleep sigil. He then summons a cat. You can do Find Familiar and summon a cat next to that guy, and then just started screeching with the cat. And so I don't know how the sigil never activated, but the other 4 Githyanki kept walking in and then walking out, and he would call it again and they would walk in closer, and he got them all right in. He had already placed a potion of speed and a water vial next to the main guy. And so what he done was, once they were all in that area, turn-based mode, locked them in position, brought the cat over to him, broke the potion of speed, so that hastened him plus the cat. So the cat gets a second action, took the cat over to the water, broke the water, and then that made the main guy wet, ended his turn, which caused the sleep sigil to activate, the glyph of warding to activate, which put all of them to sleep. So he gets criticals if he's within 1.5 meters, as well as the guy being wet. So he casts, I think it was Witch Bolt, and it done like 200 damage. He had Spell Sparkler on, he had all this sort of stuff, and he done 200 damage to the main guy straight off the bat. So it's one of those ways that I don't really want to do the fights like that, because it kind of takes away from that element of the game, but also that you're thinking, well, yeah, maybe you have to sometimes, because some fights are just... I think he was trying to do a game where he never leveled up. He was level 1 the whole time, so there was that to it. I've just wasted my potion of strength. Yeah, so there are those kind of ways of getting through the game.
It is an honor.
I would be more concerned.
I would like to veer away from that on this run. I'm not just trying to do a run where I complete the game. I want to do a run that's fun and that we try and do some of the missions that are enjoyable, that are interesting, that are challenging. I don't want to miss things out just because I'm scared that I'm going to lose my run. Oh, I didn't know I was going to get initiative straight away there. Let's maybe run into this corner.
My feet can carry me.
Actually, I shouldn't have ran straight into that corner. I should have taken some pop shots first. Well, we can use our... we can use our bonus action dash. Step out a wee bit. Ranged on you. Oh, these guys are so good at deflecting. There we go. Right. See, that's another thing I love about this game, is that they know to take potions of acid resistance, because my character's going to deal additional acid damage on every attack because I have the caustic band on. There are, of course, other elements to this arena that lends itself to being resistant to acid, but it's just it's great. Like, the game is intelligent for that. So the Githyanki stands ready to parry the next weapon attack, reducing its incoming damage by 10. The Githyanki can parry an attack as long as they have a reaction. They wield a great sword and they aren't blinded, incapacitated or restrained. So if they're ready to parry, I want to come up and stagger them, because it's one of those that'll have multiple attacks. So the first one they'll be able to parry, but the second one they won't, and it'll also take away a reaction from them. So you see there, the first one hits 0, but the second one lands for 7. Can I back off here? Yeah, I can back off. And then do some kind of arrow. We've got acid resistance, so we don't want to do that. Lightning could be good. Some lightning damage on them. And that'll hit the guy next to him as well. Wasn't great. Oh, do we have ice? Do we have an arrow of ice or something? No. An arrow of Ilmater could be good, stop them from regaining hit points. Whoa! That was a lot of damage spread across there. I'm going to stay in my corner. I don't see any real advantage to leaving it at this point. The main objective of this fight currently is just to kill one. And I'm not going to get that opportunity to. Jesus. I need to... Oh wait, he's frightened. Ah, right, nice one. Right, we will get that opportunity to. Right. So we will step in between the two. And then we're going to topple. Puts him on his arse. And then punch twice, maybe. Minimum it can do is 8. Maximum is 18. Making a differential of 10. So we might just do enough. Oh, right, okay. I forgot about the lightning charges as well. That's good. Right, one of them's down. No chance do we make it to the next turn, but at least one of them are down. Okay. I do not like this method of winning the fight either. This constant coming in and out, but I don't know, I felt slightly cheated by the way that the combat initiated, because I get sent to that trap and then they started fighting me for it.
Fate.
I know they told me nobody approaches it without his say so, and I technically broke that rule.
Dost thou require a new ally?
I probably had it coming.
Or mayhaps a resurrection? Then thou... This is the price. Well, can...
Probably had that one coming.
Doom and dusk, I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
So I'm just trying to remember why I've got this Morningstar Radiance as an extra characteristic. Bunda's lost it now, so it must be something that only lasts until the next long rest, I'd presume.
All's well that
Since
ends.
Bunda's
Well,
died
as
several
bad as
times
it
now.
could.
Let's...
That's interesting.
It may be to do with the Blood of Lathander questline, putting all of the, what do you call them, weapons on the pedestals. It's probably the likeliest thing that I can imagine that it would be for, but I'm not entirely sure, so. Don't know, I think I've done anything else bar that since the last long rest.
Words are food for gay spies. You should know better. Forgive me. We have not been visited by an Inquisitor in an age. It is an honor. I would be more concerned than excited.
Okay. So we're going to sneak in this time.
Breathe quiet. Move with care.
Oh, she's now taken up this position. That's good. Helpful to me. Can we push? Yep. She has acid resistance though, so this might not be as effective as I'm hoping for. She does take damage though. The enemy is surprised. Frightened. Oh, that's right, this is the bow that has the opportunity to frighten your opponents. Right. You've not come out of that acid cloud. I also... Oh, I've not got any key points left. Oh, right, okay. We'll just drink a wee potion. She's not going to get a proper attack. So as long as he doesn't absolutely annihilate me right now.
Breathe deep and move.
Yep, that's fine. These wee bloodied footprints that he's got there. Okay. Nice one. So we're now just dealing with this one guy.
Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
Miss. So he can't move. If I can continually get him frightened, I can win this fight without having to do another reset. Which of course some of you are probably sat there thinking, well that's the easier thing to do, is just get another reset and then you only need to fight him this one time. Again, I don't want to have to do that, I don't want to just keep resetting. If I can take the fight on proper, I'll take the fight on proper. The whole reason for leaving Shadowheart behind is so that in these moments that I do have an out of sorts. That is the cheap element of what I'm doing here, is leaving Shadowheart out of these fights. But again, I do want to complete it on honor mode, and if that's the save that I have, that's the save that I have. You've seen from all the other fights I've had that by and large we do involve both people in the combat. But I think I've made it abundantly clear at this point in time that I am terrified of this Creche. And as you can see, it's with good reason. This bow, I really didn't expect it to be anything in particular, like anything particularly powerful. I didn't expect the frightened effect to land as often as it does, but wow, that has given me something really big to think about for future combat.
It's been a long day.
So I believe my strength affects how high I can jump. Clearly, not having the strength potion active means that Bunda can't jump very high. Can't jump high or far. I'm just gonna need to accept the damage here, aren't I?
Be cautious.
We saved. I don't think I have the Githyanki crossbow yet. And what do these boots do? Don't affect you. Acidic surfaces don't affect you. And you're resistant. Right, okay, we'll take that right now. And then all of a sudden, other things appear. And I'll take that Githyanki crossbow for Shadowheart. Or has she got one already? She's already got one. Ha! Send it to Cam. Or actually, I won't send it to Cam. What is it that I've got that's weighing me down right now? It's that. Yeah, okay. I'll split these in half and send some of them to camp, because we don't need 24 of them. Does that bring me down enough? No. Faithbreaker, don't need it out. And that as well. Actually, I wonder. Oh, I can test this right now. Hold on. Shields. Right, not proficient with shields. I was going to say, because even though Bunda is unarmed combat, he could have a shield in his offhand. But no, he can't, so it's all good. Now, can I just walk on this now? No, I can't. Okay. Because I didn't put the boots on. I wonder why. Jesus, Scott. Use your brain. Acidic surfaces don't affect you. You're resistant to acid damage. Yep. So, test it. Look good. Yep. Okay, cool.
Watch how you go.
Right, so we're going to disarm the trap that the egg lies on.
Large green egg with an uneven shell. You can see a vague outline of something within it.
Yeah, I think A, given that it was on a trap, some Raiders of the Lost Ark ship, and then B, the fact that it is an egg that could be due to hatch, we would pick it up gingerly, stow it in the pack. Do some, what do you call him? Oh wow, what's his name? Get Raiders of the Lost Ark, Harrison Ford. What's the character's name? Indiana Jones. Wow, that took longer than it should have. That wee one where he's doing it with the skull and the wee pouch, and then he just swaps. Make sure that we don't set anything off. It has heavily encumbered us though, so I'm just going to send this to Cam. I was thinking about selling it to one of the Githyanki as a wee bit of a funny, like, how did you get that crossbow? I don't know. Yeah. Still heavily encumbered. Or just encumbered now, sorry. What is that sword? Yorgul's sword. Jorgorul's? Can't remember where I got that from. There are some pieces of equipment that I'm gathering in this playthrough that I don't feel like I've had before. Still encumbered? What is going on? I'd need to make use of this at some point. I need to remember that I have that. The iron flask. Oh, right, okay, hold on. I'm an idiot. I've got all these books that I keep holding. Much like real life. I did get a good recommendation from a friend at work to read the Drist novels. and I've already downloaded the first one to my audiobook, to Audible, so I'm absolutely going to start getting into that. I knew of it as a thing. I'm sure there was another guy that I was friends with in work who's left now, that had recommended R.A. Salvatore as an author to read. I just never quite knew the significance of this series, and having watched the one-shot D&D session with the cast of Baldur's Gate, I think I have a good understanding now of what's significant about these books and who the character is, the main character, Drist. Or I'm saying Drist, right? But I when I've looked at the novel, it was Drizzt. So I'm not quite sure in the pronunciation, the proper pronunciation of that name, but Drizzt or Drist or whatever it might be. Yeah, looking forward to getting into that. Because I've tried to watch a few like D&D sessions that get recorded on YouTube, and I'm always just felt like it leaves a wee bit more. I don't know. It never really feels like the kind of decisions that they make are valid decisions that I would go for personally. I don't ever relate to one character or another, which I don't think is necessary for you to enjoy something, but maybe for something like D&D it is. So let's hope that this book series is good. I'm just thinking now, like, this is 15th of October I'm recording this. I might be leaving the country on the 4th of November, all going well. I'm not 100% on that yet. I have 20 days to finish this game off.
The dog wags his tail. A small bag
Which should be
clenched,
doable,
he gives
but
in
we'll
and
see.
surrenders his find
Ah,
to
give me a wee gem. Yeah, you get a pet for that. That's some value for me.
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
I don't know if there is anything to that, like kind of learned behaviour of, right, you give me something good, you get a pet, you give me something bad, you get nothing. I don't know if there is, but yeah, Scratch is usually pretty good for bringing you something somewhat useful. Okay, so we have the egg, which we promised to the lady from the Society of Brilliance. I'm going to send it to camp as well. I don't think it's smart to walk around a Githyanki Creche with a Githyanki egg. Now, we spoke before about the violent nature of Githyanki's upbringing. I'm just going to show that to you.
Shocky! Why do you keep hesitating? My instructions were clear.
Because they don't make sense. Killing each other like this. It's stupid. Or for you.
Silence! It seems your childish prattling is attracting an audience. You fight again. This time, daggers only. And to the death, as instructed. Who wants to challenge this sniveling Istark?
Killing your own soldiers is an odd strategy for winning a war.
Cowards are not tolerated in our ranks. Though I gather they are welcome in yours.
What are you saying, that 'cause Shadowheart standing outside whimpering? Aye, right, I'll show you. Yeah. Yeah! Leave the boy alone. You made your point. I knew that was going to be high. I knew before getting into it, it was going to be a high roll. Oh, hold on. Hey, we passed! Come on! That was huge.
I suppose your inane spewings have distracted enough from my lesson.
Excuse me.
Go wet the swords. I want them sharp enough to peel a Gake's eyeball just by looking at them. I hope you prove as weak as this should we meet on the battlefield, Istik.
Yeah, we'll see, big man. We'll see. I have never come through this entire Creche just slaughtering everybody, but I think I would at some point. Just to prove how strong I am. It would never end well. It would never end well. It would be disastrous. If you're someone who's never played this game in honor mode and you think, oh, the Githyanki aren't that bad, play them on honor mode. Play them on honor mode and commit your whole group to it. And just see how terrifying they actually are.
Please, Chitrai, I can explain. The latest batch of cultists knew nothing of the astral prism. They were just trying to find Moonrise. They all head there. My Gish have drafted plans to assault the tower. They are ready to fight, Chitrai. We could sift the missing artifact from the tower's ashes if you would give us...
Quiet. Find the astral prism, Therizin. My patience falters.
Yes, Chitrai. You heard him! Go!
Do as she says. She remains your Kithrak. For now.
Did you see that moment of that power imbalance there? Where everyone realised there is a higher authority in the room and they had to stop to question whether or not the person who they're used to taking orders from was still the person that they're taking orders from. That's the kind of level of obedience that the Githyanki have. And I suppose it says to possibly, maybe not how often, but how likely the opportunity, the moment is that somebody who once held a serious position of power could just shift, and then they're suddenly cast out. And that's the commander, the commander of Creche elect, Kithrak Therizin.
An Istik in my creche. You are one of the mercenaries sent to bring the weapon.
Don't tell her anything.
Well, I think I have what you're looking for.
Give it to me.
Produce the artifact.
No. No! Yes. There it is. Exactly as described. The Inquisition will finally come to an end. Trickery? Heresy? How did you... You manipulate it when I cannot? It appears you have been chosen, Istik. You are lucky. It is not for me to question why. Go, seek the Inquisitor below, and take the cursed thing with you.
Aye, aye, Captain. So I need to wait for her to head over, and she takes one of those orbs from the device on the left there that grants access.
Follow the corridor.
So, sorry, excuse me, I'm a bit gassy. One of the what would you call it? Cheese methods of completing this is to send your camp over this side and have them butted up right against the end here. So there is a moment once you finish killing all the other people. This is, by the way, this is coming up on the final fight of the Githyanki Creche. So you would have them all close in up against here because there are other people who join the fight. Usually once you've finished killing everyone, who come along that path you've just entered from, and then they'll head down here. They'll usually wait about there. And so if all of your camp's over here, they just can't see you coming down those set of stairs here. And so once they arrive in this position, facing down this corridor, you're able to sneak past them and get out. So that's one of the kind of methods that you can do to keep yourself alive at this point in time. I think because it's just Bunda, we should be alright. Now, I'm not going to care a jot about speaking with the people beyond this door. I am just here to collect the Blood of Lathander. It's the only reason why I'm interested in this whole area. I don't care about the Githyanki, I don't care about the Society of Brilliance as well, getting the egg. That was a side quest, see, because I knew that that fight wouldn't bubble over over to the rest of the creche. I was like, okay, I can take it, it's fine. So, this is the room that I was telling you about. There is the option as well, so essentially I'll go over this because I don't plan to do it. You would go up and speak to this man here, Wargas, or however you say his name, and he would summon Vlaakith, right? And Vlaakith is the almost god of the Githyanki. They all treat her like a god, but I don't think she is quite god yet. And you would speak with Vlaakith. She would command you to kneel before her and show reverence to her and all these sorts of things, and then she would bring out the astral prism and command you to go in and cleanse the prism. So the Dream Visitor is currently inhabiting the astral prism. Vlaakith wants you to kill the Dream Visitor, and so you can go in and have a discussion with the Dream Visitor about what you want to do there, whether or not you want to kill the Dream Visitor or whether or not you want to obey Vlaakith. If you disobey Vlaakith, she will just kill you, and that is game over. Like that is, even though we've got Shadowheart outside, game over. That is an instant death. But you can go in, speak to the Dream Visitor. You can actually side with the Dream Visitor if you want, and still come back out of the prism. When you come back out of the prism, though, everyone in this room will be hostile towards you. Vlaakith's gone because Vlaakith is just kind of some kind of animation. It's not the actual Vlaakith, an avatar, I think they call it. So, yeah, essentially, everyone here is hostile to you, and you've got this guy with 145 health. This is the one I told you that could get 200 damage done to him by that sort of cheese method we saw before, or that I saw before. You have this guy who's only got 36, another 36, 41, and 53. So the side opposition aren't that hard to beat. But if you remember the room we were in before, there was 3 of them. So essentially, imagine that being one of the people in the room, that being the other person in the room, and the main guy had like 80 or 90 health, and we got beat so fast. There's now an extra 2 people in this fight, and the main guy has an extra 50% health or whatever. So, yeah, there are many reasons why I see this as being a poor idea to take this fight. So what we'll do, what we plan to do instead, is skirt around the edges here. I've just heard that door close. Okay, it's not locked. Oh, sorry, camera angles. There we go. Now this is the area where you go to for the Blood of Lathander questline. Now, I can't quite remember how we do this.
Lathander blesses the rising, bountiful sun. Lathander bids the setting sun a fond farewell.
Before looting this, I'm going to do the tasks necessary. So, we need grease. I remember that much. Yep, grease bottle. Because this one here is a bit stiff. So you throw grease on it, and that allows a bit of movement. Now, I think it's 1 right turn, 2 left turns, 3 right turns. I was wrong. Now, I'm totally guessing.
Lathander bids the setting sun a fond farewell.
Do they both face the wall? No. So maybe, right, so what we'll do is we'll do 1 and then 2 on you. Is this what we've done before? Or is it, I think I could have done the opposite before. Oh, so it was the opposite way around. It was 1, 2, then 3. Or it was this configuration of 1 facing forward and 1 facing back. Because it's one's greeting the sun and one's bidding the sun farewell. Yeah. I'm not sure. Is the long and short of that one. I do remember it being something like a 1, 2, 3. So I think what I've done there was right, and I just had it mixed around the wrong way on the first attempt. Either way, I'm not too bothered. We're in. Now, this is a bit of a Tomb Raider type puzzle solving parkour
Remarkable that this stayed hidden all this time.
section. Is it really remarkable that it stayed hidden this whole time? Really? I don't think so. Yep, now you have these crystals, energy sources, that create the shield on these gateways. So you need to destroy them. So this first one's sort of just a tutorial almost for the rest of the puzzles. So you destroy that, now you understand how it works. Now,
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine.
the Dawnbreaker, and so I asked you to disarm it. I believe, I don't know if it's this one or, yeah, so they're all called Dawnbreaker. One of them's a repulsor, maybe both of them are a repulsor. What happens is that if you trigger the trap, it will eject you off into this chasm, and you're going to die. You'll notice that one of the energy sources is down there, so that's where we need to get to access that first area. And then one of them's there. Alright, so how do we go about doing that? I think, can I not just stealth around this way on this first one? I don't think I actually need to do anything else. I think that's it. And then what I can do, but I don't even think this is necessary, but I can then destroy this energy source. Because I would just assume that I can go back the way I came. There we go, and then you'll see that gateway is now open. Now for this, I need to be careful. I don't want it to detect me and then send me flying. Let's get back. Yep. Okay, right, so that trap is now armed. So I have walked into a bad area. Can I just go up and disarm it? Yeah. Oh, I'm being an idiot, right. Yeah, sorry, I'm being a big idiot. So the reason why... Oh yeah, destroying the energy source isn't necessarily disarming the trap. Right, so I need to disarm this trap also. That could have been bad. I would have walked right past that there and it would have sent me flying. Oh, retry. Oh no, it's going to actually activate. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the energy source and the trap are two separate issues to deal with. The energy source is for the gateway, the trap is to protect the energy source that's powering the gateway. Any of you ever seen the question of, would a door be considered on when it's closed, or is a door off when it's closed? I like that kind of question. I think it's quite a fun wee riddle, puzzle to solve. Yes, so if you remember earlier, the Dawnbreaker thing that we found when we put all of the ceremonial weapons on the plinths, they gave us this star-shaped thing, which is what you can see right in the centre there. You want to go insert items and find that. I'm going to assume it's going to be low down at the bottom. There it is there. The Dawnmaster, yeah, the Dawnmaster's crest. So you'll select that and insert. And we now have the Blood of Lathander, so I'm going to show you that since we've done a lot of talking about it. So in Bunda's hands it's 10 to 15 damage. It'll be different with Shadowheart. Once per long rest, when your hit points are reduced to 0, you regain 2 to 12 hit points. Allies within 9 meters also regain 1 to 6 hit points. Huge advantage on this playthrough. Particularly if you were doing a solo on a run. It would mean that you have 2 lives, in essence. Now, there are a lot of fights where getting that extra hit point is going to do very little for you, because if there's a lot of people fighting you, it's just going to mean the next time it comes round to the next person in the attack, they're probably going to finish you off. But that might just be what you need to stay in the game. Also, sorry, pardon me. Lathander's light is in effect on it, so it sheds holy light in a 6 meter radius. In combat, fiends and undead standing in the light are blinded unless they succeed a constitution saving throw. Weapon enchantment has a +3, and you can cast a level 6 evocation spell, Sunbeam. A level 6 spell at this phase is massive. So I don't know why this is only valued at 640, because honestly this weapon could be priceless on an honor run. So if you can, get yourself down this way to do that quest line. My follow-up now, and I don't think there is, but if you remember before, I was talking about the spell sort of, not the spell, the weapon. Yeah, the weapon that you can use that's on top of the monastery, the big thing where the eagle's nest was. I don't know how to activate that. I had the thought the first time I was playing that you had to destroy these machines, Lathander solar machines, but I never wanted to do it because, well, all my cast was in the monastery, and I thought that would be that would be disastrous if I were to do it. So I am going to risk it all. First things first, we're going to get Shadowheart to a safe distance, right? And I'm going to teleport because I know that there's nothing dangerous on the road for her to return past. And we have explored this whole area, so I'm going to teleport her back up to the Trialta Crags, which is right at the entrance to this mountain pass. She'll get a perfect view if this is what this is going to do. And we'll see how this goes. So get a nice wee view of the monastery here, as well as this section, which I don't know if that's, I mean, it's obviously part of the people whoever created the monastery built that as well, but yeah. And we're going to experiment. I've never done this before. This could end the run, so buckle up. Did it do damage? Right, so these things can be destroyed. It's the same idea as the energy sources for the doorways. Right, so that's one down. There are 4, correct? 1, 2... Yeah, there are 4. I'll leave this one that's at the entrance to last, because assuming that it's something that happens to this room in particular, I want to get myself as close to the exit as possible, so that if it goes turn-based and it says you've got 3 turns to exit, I can dash, dash, dash and get out of here. Then it really will be an Indiana Jones type situation. I'm going to watch this back and curse myself for not googling what this does if it is something tragically bad. But I want to see this weapon and if this is how we do it, because I can't think of any other way. I've explored a lot of the monastery before in past games, and even in this game I've explored a lot of the monastery. And the areas that I haven't is because I know what's in those areas and I'm not really particularly interested in going to it.
A well-guarded treasure.
And this is the only thing I think that I can think of that I haven't done that could result in this weapon being activated. Right. This should be the last one. Pray for me. Nothing. No other energy sources. The most anticlimactic moment of the run so far. What do they do then? Is it now that I can go up onto the roof and the weapon will be usable? Maybe this is like a catalyst for the next phase. I don't know. Right, okay. We've done something. I don't think these statues are something you can interact with. I don't think putting out fire is going to be of any use either. Right. Oh well, we may have done something there. We may have done absolutely nothing. We are going to head on out and try and get past the Githyanki again. I don't think I'll have to engage in combat here. But we will stealth just as a precaution. So long as the wee dots that you can't see aren't red. The minimap has gone red, but I think that's just because this is an area that you're not allowed to long rest in. And I've not looted this opulent chest. Yeah, not bad. I'll take some of that. Ooh. You cannot fall prone while traversing icy terrain. That's alright.
Seems a little underwhelming for a holy relic.
My guy's saying that now when we've actually got the holy relic. I'm going to put my disintegrating Nightwalker boots back on so I've got the Misty Step option. They are yellow, so that means that we're not going to engage in combat.
I have the knowledge you need.
It seems as though I'm able to just walk back out of here. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Can you imagine though that you're that guy? You've seen me come in knowing that I have the astral prism, and then you've just seen me go in, rummage around in a side room somewhere that to your knowledge is just a side room, it's not got anything interesting in it, and then you've just seen me walk back out. Where's he going? What's he doing? I don't know. He's out here. I wonder if they'll engage in me in combat because she's seen it, she knows I have it. No? We're just out of here. Safe as can be. Excellent. I'm not interested in those gloves of dexterity anymore. No point. If I was low enough, I would have. If my dexterity was low enough, I would have, but it's literally set to the level that it'll take me to, so there's no point. Right. Let's see. I'm going to go up onto the rooftop now and investigate. See if I've done anything. Maybe this statue has something different about it. Doesn't seem as though. No. Scroll of Gust of Wind.
Come on, open up.
Let's open us up. I'm cautious of the fact that this episode has gone on for an hour. So I do want to wrap this up as quickly as I can. But if the option is here to go boom boom, I will take the time to sit back and enjoy the moment. We can run it on to 115 if need be. I'll speak with this lady. 2 seconds.
Looks like a magic mouth spell. That voice probably belongs to someone long gone.
That's fine. Am I going the right way to get up onto... Yeah, it's fine. There are multiple ways to get up onto the rooftop again. I want to get to the section with the weapon. Oh, and we've also got this dirt pile here. Might as well, since this might be the last time we can do it.
Is someone crying?
Ignore it. Ignore it, you. Don't fall for the trappings. Okay. Let me see. No. So strange. So strange. I don't know what I need to do then to activate this. And it really annoys me because there's been so many times where I've wanted to activate this to see what it does. And I've never found out the way to do it. And I know there's probably some of you there that are watching me that know exactly how to do it. I can Google it. I can Google it and figure out exactly what's needed done. And I'm very tempted to do that, but I don't think I will. So we're just going to end the episode here on the rooftop. We have defeated Creche, albeit not by killing them all, but by getting exactly what I wanted out of it. That's a victory in my books. Yeah. I think in the next episode we might actually see Act 2, so I hope you come along for that. This is where things are going to start to get a lot more dangerous for me. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.